there were so many positives that we came away with post regionals, and it's just been really cool to see like how much your mindset has changed over the span of a year.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I literally came out of 2017. I finished regionals. I was miserable. I had no motivation. I was very unhappy with my current situation that I was in. I was also dealing with the stress of owning a company and not really being able to balance everything really well. So I knew there was a change that needed to happen. I just really had no idea what the change was going to be yet. Until we came up here and I talked to Amy, which is crazy. Like, she was like the initial starter.
Amy Drakup.
Yeah.
Masters athlete. She actually put the thought into Meg's head, although I had been saying it for like months. And when she told Meg that she could survive the winter, although she may have lied a little bit.
She definitely lied, because she can't even survive it either. She's from Australia, so it's mild year round there.
Yeah,
okay, no, ma'am.
I think at that point you were like, all right, maybe I could do it. Maybe we can make it work in New York. But still, even then, when you moved to New York, your training mindset wasn't like, I want to go back and crush regionals and make it to the games. It was just like, I want to enjoy fitness again, because you weren't enjoying fitness up at that point.
Not at all. Yeah, no, I definitely was not enjoying fitness up at that point, and I wanted to make sure that if I were to ever be competitive again, it was something that I chose to do, not because I was doing it for anybody else. It was because I enjoyed being fit and I enjoyed working out. And that's really what it came down to. You know, it's a sport where there's a fine line between those that do get paid for a living to do it, and then the rest of us don't really get the opportunity to get paid from sponsors, and we just do it because we love it and we enjoy it, and so we make a lot of sacrifices. But I think there's a way to do it, and there's a way to have balance, and I think I proved that to myself this year. You know, to become quite honest, I really did not have a goal of even competing up until the Open started, and I surprised myself with the level of fitness I was able to keep. And from there, just really enjoyed the process leading up to regionals. I had an incredible time at regionals. There was an event where I may have been annoyed, but like, I was still having just the time of my life. I wasn't worrying or stressing about things. I was just like, you know what? Grateful to be here. I'm blessed to be here. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen.
What did you, what's your takeaway from the weekend? Like, how'd you feel?
I mean, first and foremost, it lit a fire under me, because these athletes are incredible, and it's not going to be easy to go back to the CrossFit Games. You know, it's...
Especially in the East.
Yeah, I mean, these women are amazing, and I have so much respect for all of them, and it really opened up my eyes to let me know, like, hey, I think I'm not done competing. I think that I can do this again and potentially go back to the CrossFit Games if I put my mind to it and really focus on my training. But I also own a business. I'm also a coach, and I have a life and a family like Bay and you, and there's got to be balance. You know, you can't spend 8 hours in a gym every day and be happy. It's just not something that works for me. So, you know, going into this next year, 2019, I'm going to have the same mindset. If there's a day when we have something that comes up and I can't get into the gym, that's life. You know, maybe we do something outside, or maybe I just train harder the next day. Yeah. But you can't stress that, because it's life, and that's how it works, you know? Yeah. So that was like my biggest takeaway for this year. My mindset was 180 times better than it was a year ago. So I can't even complain. I had the biggest takeaway from that.
I mean, I feel like even going into day 3, you were like 60 something points out of 5th place?
Yeah.
67 points.
That last event was able to jump me up.
But you knew that like event 6 would be really good for you.
Right.
And event 5, you know, you could hold your own. So like,
I mean, the crazy thing is, like, I still even had somewhat of a chance.
Yeah, and you were like
to compete and actually
still,
make
like,
it.
Waking up on day 3, you were still like positive and you weren't down about yourself. Like,
Wasn't doubting my abilities.
no,
or-
like you were just like, I'm just gonna go out there and I'm gonna do the best I can, and
Yeah.
wherever that lands me, it does. But it was fun.
It was a really fun weekend. It was awesome that my mom and Jeremy were able to come up. It was awesome to have
They
you
were great.
there. Everything fell into place, at the right time, and I'm just really I'm really grateful to have people that do believe in me.
Yeah. It's I think we're gonna have an exciting year ahead of us.
Yeah, this
For WAGs, but also for you as an athlete. I'm calling it Meg Reardon's going back to the games 2019.
better start it now.
Yeah.
We'll start now. I've been definitely had a couple of weeks tapered. There's really no need to
Tapered from your nutrition a little bit too, right?
a lot. Listen, living
Which
in New York,
isn't good for me
but
because
living
I
in New
wasn't
York
competing.
City, the options are endless, and there's so many dessert spots. There's so many good Italian and pizza spots.
We did get an ice cream sandwich last night.
Oh, it was very
In
good.
Jersey City, actually. We were right outside of Manhattan. And it was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable.
Yours was a funfetti cookie.
Funfetti, chocolate chip cookie, and then a cookie ice cream in the middle of it.
That ice cream was so
Jamie
good.
said that we have to go back, but I feel like there's going to be another spot that we could go to in the city.
Yeah.
So
When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. I don't know how many of y'all got asthma in here today, but if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, SOB, shortness of breath, you wheezing. The only thing you trying to do is get some air. You don't care about no basketball game. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you got to be willing to give up sleep.
for me, really not having a year that I even planned, it's crazy. It's crazy to know the potential that I can have.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to know that, I still love this sport and it really lit a fire. So I'm excited to take on 2019 and see what this next year brings. For me as an athlete, but also for my company, being able to be in here with it again. We're gonna try to get out to a lot more events and just continue to grow it, and I'm really excited for that opportunity as well.